Hey y'all, we're about to go to Decatur Dam. Gonna fish for some gato fish, some bass, and hopefully probably get a couple suckers and maybe get some cut bait, and hopefully we'll get some glorious fish the next 2 days, as they are days with good weather. Water should be warming up towards 50, and that means the gato fish may be active. All right, I got something even before I threw my lure out. I'm guessing it's a sucker. Yep, it's a sucker. This is the most common fish I get around here. It's a silver red horse. Out of that, it's a white sucker. Now it's a white sucker. It's a nice little sucker here. I'm gonna toss this worm out again. If I keep getting suckers, I'm gonna switch to hot dogs because I don't want to get suckers all day. But nice fish to start out. Not a skunk. Very, very small one. Well, I mean, it's not that small. It's like still like 10 inches or more. So I'm not gonna use it as bait. I'm looking for like a 5-inch one. Hopefully I can get a small 5-inch one, but this is a 10-inch sucker. One of the smaller ones you can catch. Alright, see you, sucker. Well, at least the water's warm enough for a couple of suckers here. Hopefully, there'll be something else here. Bass, pike, whatever. This is like a breeding area in the spring, so I'm not really sure if fish are actually in here in the fall. I might try that deep hole below the dam sooner or later. I see some fish, like, I actually do see a couple of shadows of fish swimming by, so I'm not really sure if those are suckers or bass or pike or what. But any kind of big fish would be good right now. I'm just gonna kind of slowly retrieve my lure because I know the fish lures attract a lot of fish. I did a video the exact same time last year here, but this year I don't think is as good as last year. The water temperature is probably 5 to 10 degrees cooler than the same time last year, because last year we had a warm week in November, if you guys don't remember, and the temperature in November was actually in the mid-70s, low mid-70s for a week, and I came towards the end of that time. So right now the water temperature is probably lower 50s, but then it was probably around 60. So the big difference in water temperature may signal whether fish are actually active or not. So might have a hard time right now. Something bit my small hook. It's not a tiny fish though. It is, what is that? Is that a bass? Yeah, it is, a largemouth bass. Interesting. So they are biting. I did get a largemouth. It's not a horrible one either. It's actually a decent largie. Oh well, let's lift him up and get him in the net. And hopefully, nice fish here. Not a bad fish at all. Lip hooked. Oh, lip hooked. Got it, largemouth bass. I lost all the video on my iPhone, but I did manage to get pictures of the fish I caught on these trips. So this is the first bass. This one is at 1.3 pounds. Very nice bass. First fish on that first day. All right, largie. See ya. And it healthily swims away. It's getting to sunset time. It's hard to tell from here because the trees are pretty high over there. It always looks like sunset time quite a bit before sunset time here. Getting towards sunset time. Got a couple more bites tossing towards the lake, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm using this white crankbait. This stuff has caught me fish before. Largemouth will definitely bite it, I hope. Some of the fish actually did bite my blade bait a little while ago, and I'm not really sure how they got off on the blade bait, but this one, hopefully they'll bite as well. It's a bigger bait, so it does require a bigger fish, but that largemouth I caught a while ago would actually bite this. All right, I think I got one at night. It's either a catfish or a sucker. I mean, my drag's pretty loose, so it could be either one, but it could actually be a gato fish. If it's a gato fish, oh, I'm staying here longer if it's a gato fish. That means there are actually gato fish here. It actually feels decently heavy. It's not like super heavy. It's not like an uber heavy fish, but it's pretty heavy. Can't say it's light. Definitely can't say it's a light fish. It's taking a little bit of drag, but not much. Is it a gato? Oh, it's a gato fish. It's actually a gato fish on a small piece of worm. It's like a small gato, but it's a gato. That's probably like 3-4 pounds. So the gato fish have started gatoing. Nice. Nice. I will have to use bigger pieces of bait for the gato fish, but yes, nice. Nice channel catfish. All right, and I need to land this guy. Definitely need to land this guy. Probably like 3 or 4 pounds. Not too bad, not a gigantic 10-pound fish, but didn't really expect it at this time of the day, I suppose. Hoping I get one over on that side too. But a gato fish. I'll stay here longer now, since there's a gato fish here to be caught. Alright. It's a decent catfish. Alright, there we go. It's a nice fish. Yeah. This catfish actually ended up being much bigger than I thought. It's 8.5 pounds. Very nice catch after dark. Alright, we're gonna basically send this gato fish on its way back. There you go, fish. Be happy. That was a fun adventure. Didn't think that I would catch one today. That means 50-degree water. They're still going pretty hard. They're still going pretty hard. And all those other bites that got right before dusk, they might have been catfish as well. There's probably some decent ones hanging around here. But surprising catch, and that was a lot bigger than when I first looked at it. The thing is, I've actually never caught a flathead on the outlet side of Decatur Dam. I've only caught channels, and I've caught quite a few of channels on this side. And that was like probably the latest one I caught in the year in Wisconsin. Outside of Lake Columbia, that doesn't count because it's a heated lake. But I have seen people catch big flatheads beneath the dam. But if they're beneath the dam on this side, they should be downstream from the dam on this side as well. But I have not ever caught a flathead here before. So I'm gonna keep trying. Hopefully I get some more fish. All right, I got another fish after dark. Don't know what it is. I think it's too small to be a gato. Nope, it's not a gato, it's a sucker. It's a playful sucker though. Another little white sucker fish. Not too bad, not too bad. Could have used these for, I would actually just use this for bait, but I'm not gonna stay here that much longer, so it's not a bad fish, not a bad fish. 4 fish today, want more gato-ish fish. It's a new day today, and I'm back at walking towards Decatur Dam from Headgates Park. Seems to be a little bit more fish activity today, as I can tell on the water. Yeah, that place is pretty good, but the water temperature today is still a little colder than I would want. The water temperature, I think best for fishing this area is probably that really narrow band. Honestly, around maybe like 60 degrees. Warmer than that, colder than that, it's not that great. So it's still a little cool in terms of water temperature right now. But it's probably close enough where I can get some fish. The fish hit like crazy that 1 week in October or November when the water is around 60 degrees. Still about 8 degrees too cool today, and I got 4 fish yesterday, so today should be a little better. We should be able to get some good videos. I see more fish activity on the water today already, which is good news. I think that's fish activity. It could just be random bubbles, but hopefully some good fish activity. Yeah, it's a fish. Of course, the first bass on that second day. Now, this was 1.6 pounds, slightly bigger than the first day one, but it was a very, very nice largemouth bass. All right, gonna let this guy go. It's a nice bass. Looking for a bluegill, but I'll take a bass, I guess. See a bass. And there it goes. There it goes. Some nice keeper-sized bass here today. Really nice keeper-sized bass here today. Not what I'm looking for, but probably can get some keepers in the lake. By the time you see this video, the season will probably be over because it gets cold, like starting a day or 2 from now, and then the bass will stop biting. But for right now, a couple of warm fall days, they are a-biting. They are a-biting. Fish. I got a fish. I think it's on pretty decent this time. It's either a bass or a sucker. From the way it's going, I'm almost thinking it's a sucker. But yeah, it's probably a sucker by the way it's going. Yeah, it could be a bass. Yep. Nope, it's a sucker. Sucker fish. This is why I don't use worms. There's too many suckers here. I'm not interested in silver red horses. How awesome they are. Don't mind the red horses every once in a while, but much rather have a bass. Not a bad fish though, not a bad fish. If I can just catch a slightly smaller one, that would be great. See you, red horse. Well, why can't I just catch a slightly smaller red horse? Like a 6-incher, that would be great bait. I don't want to cut that one up, that one's too big. Sling towards the lake looks like to be the key right now. Got one, got one. All right, the silver blade came through for me. It's not as big as the other one, but it's a decent bass. All right, largemouth bass. They are hitting today. This is like the 5th one I've had on, but only the 2nd one I'm able to bring in. But a decent largemouth bass. Don't think it's the same one, but it's almost the same size. I think it's slightly smaller though. LMB. All right, on the silver blade bait. You know, the weird thing is I'm so used to catching like large gato fish and carp these days that I hardly felt that bass like on my line. I was like, is that a fish or is that a rock? And then it just started pulling a little bit. I'm like, yep, it's a fish. It's a small one though. So that's the difference between bass and gato fish. One, like, you know it's on. The other one's like, is it on? Is it on? Is it on? Yeah, don't really know sometimes. Well, nightfall again and hoping for the gato fish. Lost so many good bass today, man. Kind of upset. Like, I pulled 2 in, which were like pounders plus, sure, but man, I lost probably like 4 or 5 today. I think I would have landed 1 or 2 more had I not been screwing with the camera. Definitely, like, I think if I had used a straight hook with the worms, I probably would have landed 1 or 2 more as well. The circle hooks don't seem to work as well bottom bait for bass as straights. So hopefully we can get a gato fish soon. Do we have a fish here? Yep, got one. I think it's a sucker though, by the way it's fighting. I don't think it's big enough to be a catfish. Could be wrong, but by the way it's swimming, it definitely looks like a sucker. Yep, a little red horse. Ugh, they're gonna be troublesome. These are definitely gonna be troublesome in trying to catch the gato fish, but at least it's an after dark fish. With so many suckers here, I just don't really know why there aren't pike here. It's just really strange to me that there aren't any big fish of death. And it's not for lack of trying that I didn't catch the big fish of death. There just doesn't seem to be any here. That's a nice sized red horse for like a 40-inch pike. All right, red horse, see ya. That was a very interesting 2-day adventure at Decatur Dam. Basically, I was hoping for a gato fish the 2nd day, but didn't get it. But there were about 7 bass strikes the 2nd day. I only pulled up 2 of them. Lost 2 fiddling with the camera, and the others came off. There's a lot of bass there in that weather. Got a couple of bass the 1st day as well, and a bunch of suckers in that gato fish. So overall, not too bad. But gato fishing season, besides Lake Columbia, is actually kind of shutting down. Hopefully we can get a couple more before it ends. But that is the adventure. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.